It is the middle of the week. It is Wednesday. It's November 12th, 2K14. This is Wayne Goldsboro Television. I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kim Best. Good Wednesday morning. Glad to have you with us.
Oh, very happy to have you with us. I hope you were able to attend the Veterans Day Parade yesterday. And there are a lot of people out there, and it's always a great event.
It is a nice event. It really is.
It really is.
And we'll be running it here on Wgtv sometime soon.
Sometime soon, as soon as we get that video from the videoer.
That's exactly right.
Okay.
I hope you had a great Veterans Day.
Yeah, a lot of things going on.
On today's show
Who's on today's show today?
We have someone here talking about a new program here in town. It's called Men Who Care.
Oh, yes.
Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, Octavius Murphy, a friend of mine, came by and told us a few weeks ago about this program that is about to get started here. It's not quite fully underway yet, but they'll be looking for volunteers in January. But wait till you hear about this program. There are young people in need of guidance, and that's what they offer. They're offering guidance. This is a program that's new. It started, I think, in Charlotte, and it has expanded statewide very quickly because it's certainly a worthwhile program. It helps youngsters between the age of 6 and, I believe, 18. Youngsters who just don't know exactly how to get started. Yes.
Okay.
It's just for men or boys. And helps them get started in life. It gives them direction, it helps them take that first step, if you will.
And so it's very similar to a Big Brother type program.
Something similar to that. Similar, but we'll let Octavius tell you about it. And he is a delight. I really enjoy him.
Well, then we had Sarah MERRITT come on.
Oh, dear
from
Sarah.
the Arts Council.
Yes.
And she's here telling us about an exciting event they're having, an annual event that they're having, a wine tasting, but you have to hear details from Sarah. And then I think she's talking about some jazz.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Oh,
So stay tuned for that.
Love it. Oh, yeah. Well, let's see what we have here. 1927. Now, this is important.
Yes, okay.
The year was 1927, the year of Lindbergh. After playing 40 years in blue jerseys, Notre Dame's Fighting Irish wore brilliant green jerseys and stockings for the first time. They took to the gridiron against Army in New York City this very day, 1927, in green. Of course, they kept it. And this is the very day in 1941. This is just as important. 1941. Hot Lips Page was his name. Hot Lips performed the vocal for Artie Shaw's long and slow version of St. James Infirmary on RCA Victor.
Well, how about that? Yeah, that
was really good stuff.
So
oh, boy. Okay.
Well, let me tell you about an event happening at Herman Park.
Boy.
How about that?
What?
It is actually a very unique event.
Yes.
Rhonda Coakley, a lady from right here in Goldsboro, has been the coordinator for this event, and it is going to be held at Herman Park. It is called Cardboard City.
Oh, I have heard about this.
Yes.
This is good.
It is good.
Yeah.
All the details for this, and anybody can participate, but all the details for this are found on the city's website, which is goldsboronc.gov. It's right there as a headline on the home page, and you'll see it says Cardboard City to be held at Herman Park. Click on that. It'll give you all the details. It's the end of November. I think it's the 22nd, but I'm not sure. Yeah, that's a Saturday night. I believe it's November the 22nd, and it's teaching children, particularly, to have one night to experience what it's like to be homeless and live in a cardboard box. We know that that's just a one-night situation, and it's not long-term, but it is sort of giving them a quick, very small view of what it's like to not have a home and to have to live in a cardboard box or on the street. And to find out more information about this, and if you'd like to participate and be a part, or if your church would like to participate, your youth group, whatever, all the information and the contact information for this particular program, Cardboard City, is right there on the city's website, goldsboronc.gov.
That certainly paints an image.
Absolutely.
Of course, now you have to be, and I'm not trying to play it down or diminish it, but that's if you're fortunate enough to have a cardboard box.
Right, exactly.
But you get the point. You'll get the point. All right.
Absolutely. I believe it may be time to go to our interview, so stay with us.
Today we're talking with Octavius Murphy. Mr. Murphy is with Men Who Care globally. How you doing?
You're doing good.
Man, it's good to see you again. He was here, Octavius was here with us a few weeks ago, and in case anyone missed our conversation at that time, tell me about Men Who Care Globally. What is that?
Men Who Care Global was started out of Charlotte, North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Ron Leeper is the founder of Men Who Care Global in Charlotte. Mm-hmm. And we've taken a vision that he's come up with to be a resource for boys ages 6 to 22 in Charlotte, and here 6 to 18.
Okay.
The idea behind it is we want to be a influence to these boys and be a part of their lives, more so today than yesterday.
Now that's quite an undertaking. How in the world can you influence an 18-year-old, a 16 to 18-year-old? Because I remember, believe it or not, I used to be that age at one time, a couple of years anyway, and I know what I was like and where my head was kind of off track a little bit. But how do you turn young people around that seem to be headed in the wrong direction?
Well, you got to first get their attention. How you do that is a daily challenge.
Well, they used a 2x4 on me.
Yeah.
You can't do that anymore.
And a switch on me. But today you have to be creative in trying to get their attention, and we do that by having conversations. We listen to what they're talking about. It's amazing how smart these children are, but you sometimes don't see how smart they are because you're not engaged in a conversation with them.
Yeah, this day and time, I don't know what it is, but children seem to be so much more aware of things, and many times the wrong things. They're much more aware.
Yeah.
They're not aware of, well, they're just not aware of a lot of things they should be more aware of.
Well, I agree with that, but I think the answer to their awareness is to get them to see that things are possible. Mm-hmm. When they see that they can achieve the goals and objectives that they set out for, mm-hmm. They begin to believe in themselves. And I think that's where we as Men Who Care Global have to be an intricate part of their life. We got to get them to see that they can be whatever they want to be. They can be the President of the United States if they choose to.
If they choose to do that. Of course, I wouldn't recommend it necessarily because that's that's quite a job. They only last about 8 years at the most. But anyway, I digress. The thing is that young people seem to, many of them, and you're right, many of them seem to be at a loss of how to start. They all have ideas, they all have wishes, but actually setting goals to achieve these ideas and these wishes, that's many of them just don't know where to start. Is that what
that is correct. They don't know where to start. And believe it or not, a lot of the children that we work with have set goals. And it's amazing because a lot of us as mentors and tutors don't ask them what the goals are. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I was meeting with this young fella, and it's amazing how talented he really is. We were meeting at Dillard Middle School, and this kid plays 4 instruments in the 6th grade.
4 musical instruments?
4 musical instruments in the 6th grade.
That means he's what? He's 12 years old? He's 12, 13?
Yeah, 11.
11?
Yeah. It's
and he can play 4 musical instruments.
Yeah, it's just amazing how intelligent these kids are. I'm blown away. The guy was telling me, the kid, I call him a guy because he corrected me. I said, I thought you were going to eat the rice and gravy. I don't like eating rice and gravy. I said, you don't like veggies? I said, no. He said, I like veggies, but I don't like grains. And rice is a grain.
Oh.
I said, wow.
Well, excuse me.
Yeah, it's the same thing. So they're very intelligent. They know exactly what they're doing. It's just given the right opportunity to present themselves and to share with people who really care, makes all the difference in the world.
So there's a tremendous, possibly a tremendous amount of talent out there that we're totally unaware of.
Yeah, that is,
and it has to be brought out.
Yeah, and it's not all through athletics.
Hey, oh, please.
Yeah.
Please.
And you have the Little League football players and the basketball players, and we support all of them. But it's amazing how when you have a kid who's interested in the arts and the science.
And who are their heroes?
And who are their heroes?
Who are their heroes?
And we have to be their heroes.
Yeah.
Because a number of us are in the arts and scientists and karate and stuff like that. But they exist. We have to connect the dots. We have to show them who these people are.
And I think that young people nowadays, and of course older people as well, everybody enjoys sports, and they have their heroes, the Manning brothers, and they have, of course, Michael Jordan. Everybody still loves Michael Jordan, and they're great role models. Most of them are. Some of them aren't, but most of them are good role models. But then what about the youngsters who have all this talent in science and in math, and who are able to achieve things, and it comes so easy and so naturally to them? Who are their heroes?
Yeah.
I mean, we're looking for, Einstein. That's kind of a boring thing right now to some people, not to me, but to some people it would be. But
well, today,
who do they look to?
Science is huge. The people who pursue medical careers, people who go to college to be geologists, and the people who are discovering things that we don't know yesterday for today. It's imperative that we connect these boys with these people, and we got a good start. We got a good start. I think being their role models. I was an athlete in high school, but I lost that a long time.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah, I lost that a long time ago. So I've had to use things other than my physical ability, which means brain power and personality to be successful in life. And those are the core components of a child's development. Understand? When you look at the social skill development piece, you're developing a kid that doesn't know he can achieve to be able to achieve whatever he wants to.
How do you identify these young people who need help?
Well, fortunately, because we don't know these kids, we're from the outside coming into the school system. We lend that leadership to the school principals. The people who are working with these kids on a daily basis. Once they're identified, then we come in, and then we do what we do. We mentor, we coach.
You mentor, and you coach, and you help, and you listen.
And we, most importantly, we listen, yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's the,
all right.
You can learn a lot by listening.
Sure. Oh, yeah. What'd you say? Oh, no, never mind. Never mind. Yeah, you're right. But and all joking aside, people don't listen.
Yeah.
People do not listen. And if you listen, you're right. You learn so much. Now, who is Men Who Care Global? You guys are, who are you?
Well, here locally, we're composed of attorneys, doctors, maintenance men, landscapers, plumbers, volunteers at the YMCA. We take a huge interest in the boys' clubs, who are daily boys. Where boys are active daily in the community. We're searching for these men. Have all come together to search out needs in the community. But it's amazing. Again, we've all come together, regardless of our backgrounds and our talents and our skill sets. We're all on the same level. And the goal is to be a benefit for these boys. It's amazing. I have to pinch myself at times because these men are still, after 3-4 months of being organized together, are still here and standing and not fighting and bickering, because when you're giving, there's really not a whole lot to fight about.
That's right.
So I'm excited. I'm excited for for what we've accomplished thus far.
Okay, is there a need for more volunteers?
Absolutely. We will start in January recruiting wholeheartedly. We have not recruited not one person yet because we wanted to make sure that we were ready for the opportunity from a leadership perspective. And that's understanding each other, understanding the purpose of Men Who Care Global, and being able to communicate that to the community. Yeah, we'll get started in January.
Okay, so getting started in January. And if someone wants more information, is there a website?
We have, with social media today, we have
Social media.
a number of opportunities where we can be reached. We can be reached at menwhocareglobal.org. We can also be reached at Men Who Care Global of Goldsboro on Facebook.
Oh, okay. Men Who Care Global of Goldsboro on Facebook.
Correct.
And menwhocareglobal.org.
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
All right.
yeah, we have outlets out there, and it's amazing how many likes we're getting on our Facebook page. It's amazing.
That's fantastic. Well, look, best of luck to you there. This is great, and I want you to come back and tell us more about it.
Absolutely.
The closer we get to January, so we can put all these numbers out and these names out and these links out, so we can start attracting more and new volunteers to the organization. All right? Now, what do you do when you're not Men Who Care Globaling?
When I'm not Men Who Care Globally, I am an insurance professional. I work for Chris Humphrey. Chris Humphrey's insurance agency here in Goldsboro.
Here in Goldsboro.
Yeah, I've been here a year and a half, and he recruited me to the area.
All right, now wait a minute. You've been back a year and a half.
I've been back a year and a half.
You were originally from Goldsboro.
Yeah,
Who's your mama?
Doris Fennell Murphy.
Is that right?
Yes.
Doris Murphy.
Yes.
All right, and Dad is?
Ivory Murphy.
Ivory Murphy.
Yeah, I retired from Seymour Johnson, and also retired from Allstate Insurance Company, and sold his agency to one Chris Humphrey.
Aha!
So absolutely, yeah, we are. I think we're doing a great job here in Goldsboro, creating a big brand for his agency. So
that's great.
We're excited.
I can tell. I can tell.
It's a good time.
Octavius Murphy, Men Who Care Global, and that's menwhocareglobal.org, and Men Who Care Global of Goldsboro on Facebook. Octavius, thank you so much for being with us today.
Well, thank you for
I'll see you again soon.
Sounds good. All right.
Have you heard about what's happening at the Arts Council of Wayne County? Well, Sarah Merritt, the director, is here today to tell us all about something special, a wine tasting, and much more happening right here downtown Goldsboro. Welcome, Sarah.
Thank you.
So you all have something special at the Arts Council that is going to be happening very soon?
Yes, we have the 20th annual benefit tasting of the wines, and that is sponsored by Health Habit.
20 years?
Yeah, they've been doing it 20 years.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't that amazing?
That is, I cannot believe how time flies.
Yes, and Bob and Susan Crenshaw are such generous, wonderful people.
Yes, they are.
And we're very fortunate that they do this event for the Arts Council. It raises about $11,000 or more each year.
That is fantastic.
So it's wonderful. It goes to all of our educational programs and our free programs. So it's a really great thing that we get.
Wonderful. Some of your programs provide scholarships and opportunities for children and people in the community to be able to participate in programs at the Arts Council that may not otherwise be able to participate.
Yes. And what's wonderful is really about, I've tried to figure out a percentage on this, but about 90% of what we do is free and accessible to everybody. Really, the only thing we have a fee for is our classes and occasionally our fundraisers. So we try to keep everything else free, and we've been really fortunate with the generosity of the community that we were able to do that.
Absolutely, yeah. This makes it very affordable.
But the wine tasting is a wonderful event. It's going to be at Goldsboro Country Club on November 15th from 5 to 7. So it's only a couple hours. That you're not dedicating 8 hours or 6 hours.
Right, right.
And what's wonderful, what I love about it is you get to meet the people that represent the wineries and taste all different kinds of wine, ask questions. So there's an educational component if you really don't know a lot or you want to learn more. It's a great way to meet new people and socialize. And then we also have a silent auction, and we auction off different wines, limited edition wines, wine paraphernalia that the vineyards. and the wineries donate. And art, this year we have some wonderful artwork, as always. We really always have it, but we have such great artists, and they're so generous with their artwork. So we have some really fun auction events. So it's a great event.
November
really
the 15th,
yes.
Goldsboro Country Club. And
Yes.
what time?
It is from 5 to 7, and if you're interested in tickets, they're $35 in advance or $40 at the door.
Okay.
And you can purchase them at the Arts Council of Wayne County or at Health Habit, which is on Spence Avenue.
Right,
so.
right. Now, with the vendors that you'll be having there, or the you know, from the wine that'll be coming from different vineyards, are they local vineyards? Are they all over the state?
They're all over the all over the state. They're represent different distributors, kind of you name it.
Nice.
They've got it into wines from outside of the state, so it's just
nice
a
variety.
really great variety. It is.
And I'm assuming you'll have all different kinds. You'll have your whites, you'll have your reds, a little bit of everything.
Something for everyone.
There you go. And that is important, isn't
Yes,
it?
yes.
That is important. So wine tasting,
Yes.
November the 15th,
Yep.
Goldsboro Country Club. You can come to the Arts Council of Wayne County to get tickets, $35 in advance, $40 at the door. Want to see you there. At all benefits, programs, and scholarships for children and adults all over Wayne County to be able to
That's right.
participate at the Arts Council of Wayne
That's
County.
right.
Now you've got one more big thing happening.
Yes, we have a program that we started in February. It's called the Wayne County Jazz Showcase, and it was a wonderful program that one of our local musicians came and proposed to us, and we decided to try it out. His name is Eric Dawson, and so we started the program, and we were having to charge admission because we have to be able to, of course, pay the musicians.
Right.
That's very important to us that we pay artists. And not long after we started it, PNC Bank came to us and said, we think this is a great project and we'd like to fund it. So we received a $10,000 grant from
that's
them.
fantastic.
And so PNC Presents the Wayne County Jazz Showcase was born, and now it's free. So it's
that's
just
so
such
nice.
a wonderful event. The talent we're getting in, the Eric Xavier band plays. They're kind of the house band, and
Right.
then each month we have a guest artist. So we've had, you know, kind of you name it, we've had it. They're all originally or live either residents of North Carolina or originally from North Carolina. So, for example, a couple months ago we had Stephen Riley, who is a saxophonist who just came off of tour with Harry Connick Jr.
Absolutely.
So these people are really
Very talented.
very, very talented, and it's just been so wonderful. I think people don't know what to expect, and
Right.
then they come in and they see one and they can't believe how good these musicians are.
Right.
And so now it has a really great following.
Excellent. Now, when is this?
It's the third Friday of every month from 7 to 9:30. Each month we have a different guest artist. So in November, on the 21st, our guest artist will be Eve Cornelius, who is a fabulous, fabulous jazz singer. She came and sang at Jazz on George, I think probably about 8 years ago. And so we're very excited about that. It's free, and we do it at the Arts Council, and you know it's not huge.
That's right.
So
Come
it's
early,
kind
get you a
of-
good
yeah,
seat.
get a good seat, and it's standing room only, and it's just a really fun event. And
And that's every month?
it's every month. It's every month, yes. And so, you know, everybody can come on in and
Perfect.
enjoy a nice evening of jazz.
So there you go. Two things happening on a regular basis. You got your wine tasting November the 15th, but then you've got the third Friday of every month.
Yes.
You have a jazz showcase right there at the Arts Council of Wayne County. You can't beat it. Free because of PNC Bank. Thank you so
Yes.
much to them.
Yes.
Well, Sarah, thanks for coming in. We've got
Thank you.
fun things happening
Yep.
right here downtown Goldsboro.
And we are back
We
on Wayne
are
Goldsboro
back.
Television. Oh
We
boy.
are back.
Yeah.
Men Who Care, fantastic program. Looking forward to that starting here in Goldsboro.
Tell you what, I always enjoy talking to Octavius. He's just a great guy. He's from here in Goldsboro, moved away for a while, but he's back. And there you go. We've got a blood drive to tell you about. We've got a blood drive at the University of Mount Olive at the Pope Wellness Center. That's coming up on the 19th. And today's the 12th, so it'll be a week from today. A week from today at the University of Mount Olive, and then there's one also on the 21st at Goldsboro High School, a blood drive. The blood drive at University of Mount Olive at 10:30, blood drive at Goldsboro High School at 8 a.m., and then one the next day at Dudley Christian Church, and I believe that's on O'Berry Road there at Dudley, at 10 a.m. on the 22nd. Also, Mitchell Eye Center having a blood drive also on the
really?
22nd. On the 22nd at 9 a.m.
That's a busy day.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
It is. November 22nd.
Well, I wanted to remind everyone, if you are watching the progress downtown, you're seeing what's happening, you're seeing the changes, but you want to learn more, you want to be more involved and find out more details, there are many ways you can do that, Wayne.
How can you do that? How can you do that, Kim? I asked you first.
I know you did. You can, the city's website, if you go to goldsboronc.gov, click on, there's a button that says Streetscape.
Aha.
Click on the Streetscape button, and it'll have so many different options for you there. One of the really interesting options is we have 2 webcams set up. One webcam is on the top of the Paramount, and one is at City Hall. So from the comfort of your own computer, you can click on this link. It'll show you what exactly is happening from the comfort of your own home, and you can watch from both sides of the street all the details, day in, day out, 24/7. These webcams are running.
Whoa.
So you can see what's happening downtown.
You can sit in the comfort of your own home wearing whatever you want to wear and watch the progress being made on the streetscape.
Stay warm and cozy, and you can watch it.
Warm and
Absolutely.
cozy.
If you want to know more details, every 2 weeks we do interviews with the project manager of both of the different projects that are happening downtown, and they will tell you week by week exactly what is happening, what's going on, so you can stay tuned and stay updated with that. The history of the projects are there, so right there on the city's website, click on Streetscape and stay informed.
My question to you is, how are we on? Are we on time?
We are a week ahead of schedule.
Are we
right
ahead of? We're ahead of schedule.
Because weather's been so good.
Weather has been good.
That I was just talking with Mark Beach recently, which is the project manager for TA Loving, which is the Center Street project.
Right.
And he said, oh yes, we're about a week ahead of schedule, but they're hoping to stay ahead of schedule because they know, you know, in the winter months you can't predict the weather, and you never know when you're going to get some storms and various things happening.
And we will.
We
I mean,
will.
that's just part of it.
Right,
You got to deal with that, and when it does, we hope that they'll be able to maintain the
But
schedule.
November 2015
Yeah.
is the deadline.
November 2015, a year from now.
Everything will be done.
Everything will be done. Everything.
Both sides of the street, it'll be officially over.
I'm excited about
I
this.
am thrilled.
I'm excited about it. It's going to really dress up.
It is.
We have a new Goldsboro coming.
And not only what you see above ground,
Yeah.
but we are now replacing water lines, electrical lines, all these things that have been there for so long.
Yeah, that need replacing.
Terribly need replacing.
Yes.
And we hear that, we've heard that for years.
Yeah.
That we're redoing all of that infrastructure.
That's great.
It is. And, you know, we've continued to have new businesses opening. We've had 2 open recently. Ed's, which is a new American cuisine and seafood restaurant, which is in the old
Central Lunch
location. Totally redone the inside. I've heard, I have not been yet, but I've heard the food is fabulous.
So have I. I've heard the same thing.
Really good things.
Yeah.
And Ed is, Ed Cogdell, he and his parents and grandparents are from Goldsboro, been here. Used to have Cogdell Cycle Center.
Yes.
I remember as a child.
I remember it. I
And
wasn't
then we
a child.
also, right beside him, we have Towns Antiques.
Right beside Ed's?
Just opened up. So we have
Wow.
new businesses every week continuing to come to Goldsboro.
Fantastic.
So we're excited about our growth.
That is fantastic. Goldsboro is growing.
It is.
All right. Well, let's talk some more about this tomorrow.
Let's do.
We'll be back on Thursday, and when we come back on Thursday, I hope you are where you are right now, and that is watching us, which means that we're here where we are right now. And anyway, until then, on Wayne Goldsboro Television, I'm Wayne Alley.
And I'm Kim Best. And this is what's happening in your community.